Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin, this is my co-host Teddy, and today I am finally getting around, oh boy have we been waiting a while, doing my first GTX 1060 unboxing, which will also be followed up by my first GTX 1060 Showdown. And this one right here that we're going to be covering is the Asus Turbo GTX 1060. Now this is the reason why I was waiting around for so long to do this video, is because I couldn't get a Founders Edition because Playtech didn't have them, and I didn't want to test a non-reference 1060 straight away, so I wanted to wait till these Asus Turbos come in, because they're obviously very close to reference or Founders. They got the same speeds and everything, very similar type of cooler, being a blower cooler as well. And I thought this would be the most fair to put up against the reference AMD RX 480 to give the most, fair showdown I possibly could. So let's jump right in then with the review, or the unboxing I should say, of this GTX 1060. So if we open up the top here, and the review will be coming up with the showdown once we get to that. So if you do not know what GPU is in a GTX 1060, which you probably might not because it is still relatively new, it's the GP106 16 nanometer Pascal GPU. It's basically the little brother to the GP104 you get in the 1070 and the 1080. So get that away there. See, we got the card in there looking very nice. It's actually a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. Let's see what else comes in here. Okay, so very basic stuff included. So we just get a menu and a World of Warships card. Oh, there'll be a driver disc in here too. Yeah, and a driver CD. Don't really need that. You can just download GeForce Experience and that will handle everything for you. So yeah, but it's the little brother GPU to what you get in 1070, 1080. Also means that it has less CUDA cores. So that's a lot of plastic on that. So the 1060 is coming with 1,280 CUDA cores as opposed to the 1070, which has 1,920. So let's take this plastic off here. So speeds-wise, this one is rated the same as reference, which means it's got a boost clock speed of 1,708 megahertz, which is exactly the same as a reference or Founders. There you go, guys. You can see that. I know you guys like it. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's good. That's what I wanted. Just the most close one as I could to the reference. However, GPU boost will obviously make this higher as well. It'll boost up a little bit higher than that. That's quite crazy. There's a cutout for like another power connector there. Huh, weird. So yeah. Now TDP wise, coming with a 120 watt TDP. That's really good. 1070 is at 150 watts. Memory wise, around the back. So it's coming with 6 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory on a 192-bit bus at 8008 megahertz. We see this looks really nice, very clean on the back. No backplate, but still very clean, not spiky at all. So that's really good. Yeah, this looks really nice. So yeah, this card should go pretty good. If you didn't notice up the top there is no SLI bridge. So that really upset a lot of people when NVIDIA said there's going to be no SLI possible with the GTX 1060. So let's talk now about the cooler then. So obviously this is a reference style cooler. Man, where does that intake from? Oh, just from the fan itself, and I guess over here. So yeah, usually on a blower style cooler, we'll see they'll have an intake down the back here, or in the RX 480's case on the back plate itself. But yeah, interesting with this one. However, we shall carry on. So this fan itself has dual ball bearings. So that's really good. They're saying it gives 4 times the lifespan, which is awesome. The main benefit you have with a blower style cooler like this is it will intake air from the case and it will exhaust it out the back of your case at the rear of the card. So that's really good. It gets a lot of hot air out of your system rather than non-reference designs, which usually do a better job of cooling the GPU itself, but then leave all that hot air in the system to be, go to the CPU and other things. So that's the main benefit of a reference design. Now it's also coming with their Super Alloy Power 2 upgraded components. Now that's really good, should make the card much more reliable, should also allow for better overclocking, and it's just better, it makes the power a bit more stable, and a few other things can make it a little bit less, a bit less of the buzzy noises and things like that. So it's always good to have upgraded components on your GPU, and a lot of the companies do it, a lot of the board partners do it. And it also has this Asus logo here. It will light up, and I believe that looks like it can be switched out, which is cool, so you could put something else in there if you really wanted. But yeah, so that's really cool as well. So it just makes it a little bit more fancy there, I suppose. Now power connector wise, just a single 6-pin power connector, and if we go around to I/O, we're seeing pretty much the standard except 2 HDMI. So yeah, I think people will probably like that, especially anyone using VR. VR headsets oftentimes will require 2 HDMI ports, so that'll be really cool. And it's still got your 2 display ports there and a DVI-D port. So that's HDMI 2.0, which would mean 4K at 60 Hertz, easy peasy, and DisplayPort 1.4, which is also good. That'll basically do everything you want. Basically, you should always be wanting to use a DisplayPort if you can over HDMI, but the HDMI 2.0 is really, really good on these. So yeah, this card's looking quite nice. It's, pretty plastic fantastic. Definitely feels a little bit cheaper than the normal Founders Edition, which usually have metal, aluminium coolers on them. But hey, it's, nice. This is quite a large card too compared to the RX 480. But yeah, I think this will do a decent job. And then this is a bit cheaper than all the other 1060s out there on the market. So yeah, we're going to be putting it up against the 480. So that's what I'm going to ask you guys down in the comment section. Which do you think will win in the showdowns? Now you probably say, well, why would I even ask you guys that? There's plenty of reviews comparing the 1060 to the 480. Yes, there are, but a lot of them were done when this first launched, and since then the 480 has gone through quite a few driver updates, and this guy probably has done too. So yeah, I think on the latest drivers, who do you think will win, and how much do you think it'll be by? Like, what do you think the average frames will win? Do you reckon on average the 1060 will win by like 5 FPS, or do you think the 480 will win by like 2 FPS average, or what do you think it is? Let me know in the comment section down below, as I always like to know. Now, I thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you cannot wait to see the 1060 versus 480 showdown, so you'll see it straight away as soon as that video comes out. And of course, like the video, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.